Hello citizens, I'm going to show you a couple methods to fix high rent. If this video helps you, please like it, leave a silly comment for the algorithm, and don't subscribe to me. Alright, high rent can be a bunch of different things, but to kind of identify the problem, we need to click on the household that has the high rent. Over here you'll see the family members, and so we're just going to click on a few to see what's up. And we'd see the only adult in the house, because I'm sure this next one's a child. It is. The only adult in the house is uneducated and doesn't have a job. All right, so that really much identifies the problem for this house in particular. So this person's not educated, doesn't have a job. So one thing I can do is I can try and increase education to this area. But my education seems okay. So what I think, well, not really. My education isn't okay, but it's okay for this area. Anyways, so another thing you can do is try to put more commercial buildings in this area. So when I see somebody that's unemployed living in this area, it just tells me right away that I could probably add more commercial, more jobs to this area. All right, which might fix the problem by itself. But since he's uneducated, he's not going to get a very high paying job, so it might not fix the problem. So both those ways can fix the problem. Now, sometimes when I see this and I see that I have demand for other residential buildings, I will just usually just rezone it to something more high density, and that'll fix the problem for me too. All right, so it's a good indicator of what needs to be high density. A lot of the reasons why they have issues with high rent is usually has to do with land value. So I'll quickly show you how to look at your land value. As you see, land value is not an issue for this area, but I have a lot of issue with high rent in this area, where my land value is just skyrocketed. All right, so this area often actually has issues with land value. I think the only reason why I'm having issues right now is because they're all very highly educated. And well, actually, I'm having issues right here. Most of them are very highly educated. And there's lots of jobs in this area. All right, so another thing you can do, I think this is a little finicky, and I don't like doing it. But this is something you can do beforehand if you think you're going to have a lot of you're going to have a high value area, is when you zone your low residential, zone them like this. All right, try to make the spaces smaller so you can kind of zone them like that, and that might because the value of the land that they're living on is all based on each individual cell. So if you actually go back to land value, you'll see average land value cell is 75,000. So all of the rent that they're paying is based on that number. All right. So another thing you can do if you really want to fix the problem is just delete services, because the more services in the area increases land value and increases rent overall in general. I, of course, don't like doing that either. I prefer to just rezone. So what you should do is just rezone. And that's really the only real solution, or start meticulously placing out your zoning so it's a little smaller, to build smaller houses. I think it's actually really good to do that, because it's not like less people will live in the houses. Like usually there's only 4 to 2 or even 1 person per house, so making the house smaller is not a super big deal. All right, so that's really the only solutions that I have for you. A lot of people online have been saying that it's bugged. I'm not sure if that's 100% true. I think it is working as intended, but maybe there is a couple bugs here and there. I don't know. I guess we'll know in the next patch. But those are my thoughts on how to fix high rent. If this video helped you, please like it, leave a silly comment for the algorithm, and don't subscribe to me.
I want to thank my channel members. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. If you would like to support the channel by becoming a member, please do so, or super thanks, or for free, you can just watch another video.